the usual suspect. Welcome back from that incredible second half for Manchester United as they beat up against Athletic Bilbao by 4-1 after the 90th minute mark. And then, of course, Tottenham Hotspur have equally advanced to the finals after beating Bodo Glimt by 2-0. So we're going to be discussing that and more. That's where our talking points are going to be. And yeah, that's where our concentration is going to be in the aftermath of that victory there for Manchester United. Quite emphatic, advancing to the finals on a 7-1 aggregate, while Tottenham Hotspur, it was a 5-1 aggregate score on the other side. So meanwhile, Fiorentina are still tussling it out with Arabetis after they're going into extra time. They're still in added time because it is still 3-3 on aggregate score. But yeah, so allow me to do the honors of testing our audios as I wait for you guys to join us on the broadcast. And we get it all started. Because there's plenty for us to talk about. But much appreciated, really. Big game. I think I need to see if I can keep track of that game between Fiorentina and Real Betis, because it's one of those games that are worth following the proceedings for. The game has is going into extra time. I want to believe, if that's the manner of proceedings. Yes, it is headed into extra time. That game between Real Betis and Fiorentina as we speak. Remember, Real Betis won first leg by 2 goals. Fiorentina are leading by 2-1. That makes it a 3-3 aggregate score, which sends them into extra time. I would want to believe that's where we are headed at the moment. But anyways, I'm waiting for you guys, more of you, to join the broadcast. But congratulations, Manchester United. You are into the finals as expected of the UEFA Europa League for the first time since 2017. And Manchester and Tottenham are into the finals of a European competition for the first time since 2019, losing out to Liverpool in that final. So we're going to be talking that and more. So guys, like the broadcast, please like the broadcast, and if you're new here, kindly subscribe to the channel. But do let me know, most importantly, where you're joining us from. I see Jose Carlos Villas Boas. Hello, Jose Carlos Villas Boas. Are you related to Andre Villas Boas, the former Chelsea manager and also formerly at Tottenham Hotspur, as well as I think CSK Moscow? Hello, and thank you for joining us. Kindly like the broadcast, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Guys, tell us where you're joining us from. Let's exchange. Let's interact. You say you're from Brazil. Nice to have you from Brazil. The other day we did have somebody, I think Santana from Brazil as well. Which part of Brazil do you come from? What team do you support in Brazil? Flamengo, Santos? Which team do you support in Brazil? Guys, please like the broadcast, and also do let me know where you're joining us from. Let's interact, let's engage before we get into the thick of the action. Right there from Old Trafford. I want to hear more from you guys. As we wait for Jose Carlos Villas Boas to tell us what part of Brazil does he hail from, where he comes from specifically, and what team does he support in football, whether in Brazil, whether in world football, or anything in that line. So anyways, as more of you join the broadcast, welcome back from that very entertaining second half. For those of you that were with us at halftime, when we were digesting that 1-0 lead for Athletic Bilbao at the time, and we did give our thoughts and our expectations for the second half. In terms of the final scoreline, we did not get the perfect score we had predicted, because my prediction for those that were with me in the morning was a 3-2 victory for Manchester United or a 3-1 victory. They made it even sweeter and made it 4-1, thanks to an error by the goalkeeper that basically gifted Manchester United their fourth goal of the night. So that was that. But very, very beautiful game of football. I'm looking at these players getting ready for that extra time, um, readying themselves for that extra time against Royal Betis. But beautiful game of football we watch. Of course, Manchester United fell to a goal in the 30th minute of the game by Mikel Jorgiza, who scored a very, very decent goal to give it was the 31st minute actually to give Athletic Bilbao the lead, which gave them hopes for a comeback, but no did not envision in the in the preview of this particular tie, and eventually it did not come to fruition. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Manchester United in Europe have a very, very good play, much better in the second half compared to what they offer you in the first half. So when before you count Manchester United off, when you see them a goal down, 2 goals down, maybe even possibly 3 at one point, if they can get themselves that bad in the final, never write them off until you witness that second half, because that's when they do most of their dangerous work. And it was a Mason Mount who came off the bench in the 72nd minute to score that equalizer, thanks to a Lenio assist there, turning over a couple of Athletic Bilbao players to score to make it 1-1. And then 8 minutes later, Casemiro scored the header to make it 2-1 to give Manchester United the lead. Bruno Fernandes providing his 4th assist of the campaign to make an 11 contribution across 13 games, having 7 goals plus the 4 assists. And then, of course, 5 minutes later, Rasmus Højlund was gifted there close to the goalkeeper as he turned that ball into the back of the net. Thanks to an Amadou Diallo assist. Once again, Amadou Diallo, one of the players that we did speak about at halftime alongside Mason Mount, amongst the players that Manchester United could bring on in the second half to try and change their fortunes in the game. And indeed, it is those substitutes that quite made the difference. As you can see, in the 72nd minute, it was Mason Mount's equalizer, and you can see the 85th minute, Amadou Diallo providing the assist there for the 3rd goal that Rasmus Højlund did score. And then, of course, in the 91st minute, Mason Mount scored his 2nd on the night to mark a brace. The goalkeeper in Julian Agrezabala there trying to pass the ball, but he passed it in the path of Mason Mount after he had left his goal to the mercy of whoever cared to have sight of it. And Mason Mount scored in an empty net to complete a 4-1 victory for Manchester United over Athletic Bilbao, and to see United advance to the semi-finals of the Europa League 2025 that will be played at San Mamés, where they beat Athletic Bilbao last week on Thursday by 3-0. So they do advance to the finals for since 2017 when they went on to win it by 2-0, after beating Ajax in the finals under the charges of Jose Mourinho. That season, I think of 2016-2017, when they were winning a cup double. That's the Europa League as well as the Carabao Cup in that year. Then so in the other game, of course, Tottenham Hotspurs were 2-0 winners against Bodo Glimt. Dominic Solanke in the second half. Of course, it was goalless at halftime. Excuse me. He scored in the 63rd minute, thanks to Pisha Romero, I think, who headed the ball into the congestion of that 16 years box close to the goalkeeper. And Dominic Solanke guided it home to give Tottenham Hotspurs the lead. And then Pedro Porro, who I think was attempting to cross the ball, did score in the 69th minute to make it 2-0. Dejan Kulusevski providing the assist for that one. won the tie by 2-0 and 5-1 on aggregate score. Like I said, Tottenham Hotspurs will be returning to the European final scene for the first time since 2019 when they lost out to Liverpool by 2-0 in the finals of the UEFA Champions League. So, beautiful game of play. Of course, Chelsea also beat up against Jagaden by 1-0. That goal scored by the goal was scored by Kenan Brisbane Hall there, with Tarek George providing the assist as Chelsea completed that 1-0 victory over Jagaden, but also advancing to the finals on a 5-1 aggregate score to set themselves for the final that will be played on the 28th of May. Remember, the Europa League final will be played on Wednesday, 21st May at San Mamés there in Spain. So do look out for that action. As far as the extra time is concerned between Fiorentina and Real Betis, that game is still at 2-1. We are into the 95th minute of extra time. So that's the action they are pending. And then Sheffield United have beaten up against Bristol City in the championship playoffs for the first leg. Emma Belson says hi. I subbed. Emma Belson, you subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much appreciated, and thank you for joining us on this hour. I know it's already midnight, but thank you for joining us on this broadcast, and thank you so much for subscribing. Please let me know where you're joining us from. Let me know what team you support, in case you are a football fan. But if you're any other sporting discipline fan, do not hesitate to let us know. As previously, we've had a couple of cricket fans from Pakistan. Yourself, you're from the UK. What part of the UK do you hail from? London, Midlands, Newcastle, Liverpool. What is it? Birmingham. What part of the UK do you come from? London. Which part? You say Luton. Oh, Luton. Are you a fan of Luton Town, or what team do you support? I remember Luton giving Arsenal a very, very hard time when Arsenal were beating them, I think on December 5th, 2023. Arsenal winning that goal by 4-3. Declan Rice scoring the winner in that one. Very beautiful game of football. You said you support Liverpool. Oh, wow. Congratulations to you, Emma, upon watching or seeing your team win their second Premier League title. Of course, the first coming in 2020, and then the second one. Well deserved, really well deserved. Congratulations to you and all the Liverpool community out there for winning the Premier League title. And let's see what next season does have for us in stock. Do you have any questions about Liverpool, any submission? But as far as Liverpool are concerned, they are looking to do quick transfer business. They are interested in signing Bournemouth defender Dinhausen. We are well informed. And then there will be, they also want to sign a Newcastle striker in Alexander Isak, because they do want to let go of Darwin Núñez. Do let me know where you, yes, Emma, please let me know, were you among the Liverpool fans that felt bitter or very, very bad when Alexander Trent-Arnold announced that he was leaving the club after a period of 20 years at the club? Were you among those fans? What were your emotions? What were your feelings? What were your comments about Alexander Trent-Arnold announcing that he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season? Please let me know down in the comment section. Mr. Emma Belson, let's continue to engage on that topic and much more. Of course, Liverpool are also interested in signing Jeremy Frimpong as a replacement for Alexander Trent-Arnold. Jeremy Frimpong, who does play for Leverkusen, but they are also linked with the potential move for Milos Kerkez from AFC Bournemouth, that left back who I almost, did I just almost? Oh, absolutely did. I think who I included in my best team of the season to play alongside Virgil van Dijk and I think Nikola Milenkovic Savic. Sorry. there. Yeah, of course, Real Betis here getting an equalizer against Fiorentina. It's 2-2 in extra time. That means 4-3 on aggregate in favor of Fiorentina. Emma says he was shocked to hear the news. Well, I think after the announcement of deals for Mohamed Salah and then Virgil van Dijk that they had renewed their stays at the club for the next 2 years, when we didn't get any news about Alexander Trent-Arnold, the writing was on the wall that he would be leaving at the club at the end of the season after all that speculation, almost all season that was linking him with a potential move to Real Madrid, which is where he's destined to go on a 5-year contract if they can agree to the nitty-gritties of the details of that contract. It looks like nothing will really stop them because Real Madrid want to have him before the FIFA Club World Cup that is going to be played in the United States of America. There, that tournament will be involving a total of 32 teams and will be played over a period of 1 month, in similar fashion of what we had of the old UEFA Champions League for last season, where you have group stages, then knockouts, round of 16, then quarterfinals, semifinals, and eventually the finals. So there's that. There's that. Do let me know if there's any other question. If you have any other question or anything to share about Liverpool as somebody based in the UK. It wouldn't be surprising if you have more to let us know about Liverpool and what is happening and what is the mood. I do know Liverpool are playing Arsenal over the weekend. Arsenal do have to quite painfully, but they will have to play anyway. What are your feelings? Will you be able to make it to Anfield to watch the game live, or you'll just be following it on your TV screen or an iPad somewhere? So let us know. But here, Fiorentina are now behind on aggregate score. It is 4-3 for Real Betis following that equalizer there in extra time of the extra time, about 4 minutes away from the end of the first half of that extra time. So that's the action that is ongoing on that side. Anything else to discuss? Not really much. Not really much. We'll, I think, get to discuss more of this tomorrow morning. We'll be here in around 10:30. From that time onwards, we'll be coming to you live to discuss more of that result from Manchester United, as well as Tottenham Hotspurs, Chelsea, and everything in that line. And then, of course, in the build up to the weekend, because so many games coming our way in the Premier League. That's over the weekend, so we'll get to look at those lineups. Emma says, "You made my day. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us, Emma. It's about 18 minutes into the broadcast. Thank you really so much for sparing the time to join us on today's broadcast. You're much appreciated, really, wherever it is that you are in the UK, there in Luton. Do not hesitate to invite any of your close friends that are football fans as well to come and subscribe to our channel and then engage with us whenever we are live or watch our content and continue to grow as a community. But that's it for me for now. Have a wonderful night. I wish you the very best. I understand in the UK it should be around 10 p.m. around that time, because for us here it is midnight and we are 2 hours ahead of the UK. So stay blessed and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.